Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Oh, you're on mute.
Let's wait for about 30 seconds while we get started. We are also setting up our video conferencing, making sure the recordings are happening, making sure the setup is correct. That is right, Victoria. We switched each other. And the hypothesis here, and we are trying out something new here. The hypothesis is we have a virtual background here, the Blissvana, the rainbow, and live your bliss. And we've been seeing a lot of ghosting for the last couple of days to a point where we turned off our virtual background. We think it might have to do with the way we kind of sit. So we are trying to swap our positions and see if that helps us with the ghosting problem. But that's a brilliant observation. Thank you.
Mm.
All right. So let's get started. Welcome to day 5 of our Heal Your Life journey. It's been a beautiful week. Uh, we've had the opportunity to explore a lot of areas of our life. And today, once again, we will continue with our exploration of the inner core. And then we will move on to an area that is so very important for all of us, the area of money, abundance, and prosperity. I'm going to mute all the lines to minimize distractions. But then today, at the end of our session, I'm going to unmute everyone, and we will do a closing circle at the end of today's session. So, with that introduction, I'm going to bring up my set of slides for today's session. And while I bring up my slides, here we go. So this has been a beautiful week. We've been discussing Louise Hay's philosophy of Heal Your Life. We have been learning the techniques and principles and philosophy that Louise has talked us about. We taught ourselves about the thought cycle. A quick recap. Our thoughts create our feelings and emotions. From those feelings and emotions come our actions and behavior. Our actions and behavior create circumstances, they kind of validate those feelings and emotions. And therefore, we end up going into a spiral that adds value to that original thought. And the thought cycle can be both positive, empowering, it can be negative, disempowering. And we are learning to become aware in every moment, every day, aware of our thoughts, aware of our feelings, aware of our emotions. And when we catch ourselves having disempowering thoughts and disempowering emotions, we are teaching ourselves how to change them into more powerful, empowering beliefs. So, as always, we will get started with centering and grounding. We do a very small, quick, conscious breathwork exercise. And as we've been recommending, if you are into breath work, if you are into breathing techniques, if you are into pranayama from the yogic tradition, by all means, continue to expand that practice and make it a part of your daily work. So sit or lie down comfortably wherever you are and gently close your eyes. Know that we are holding a very safe, sacred, and non judgmental space for you. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your body. Let all tension go. Take a second deep breath, and as you exhale, relax your mind. Let all thought go. Take a third deep breath, and as you exhale, let it all go. Become aware of your connection with the earth below and the universe above. Become aware of your body and your breath, and notice the flame of divinity that burns brightly inside of you. You are a part of divinity. You are divinity itself. You are a magician, and you have the ability to attract the life of your dreams. You can be, do, and have anything and everything your heart desires. For you are a magician. You are consciously aware of your thoughts and your feelings and emotions in every moment. And you are constantly creating a positive new reality for yourself. Cherish this moment, anchor it inside you, and whenever you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. And as you open your eyes and come back into this physical reality, stay in the space. I'm going to ask you exactly the same question I ask you every day. What is your most dominant feeling? What is your most dominant emotion right now in this moment? Name that feeling, name that emotion. Become aware of what that emotion is and become aware where you are feeling that emotion in the physicality of your body. If there are emotions that are coming up for you and you want to share those emotions with us, absolutely share them with us in the chat window. And if you're experiencing emotions that are positive, that are empowering, emotions of peace, emotions of quietness, those are the emotions that you want to anchor and continue with you for the rest of the day and through the night. If there are emotions that are disempowering, negative, emotions of confusion or anxiety or fear, ask yourself, what is it that I need to know in this space? Louise always used to say, the answers are within you. And that's so very true. We often look for advice and guidance outside of us, when in fact, our higher self, our superconscious that's connected to the divinity, actually has all the answers. It's a very powerful practice of self inquiry that we are going to leave you with today. And we hope you continue this conscious practice of centering and grounding even after we are done with today's session. In this space that you create for yourself, when you become aware of your emotions, ask yourself, what is it that I need to know? What is the action that I need to take? And trust that the answers, the right answers, the correct answers will come to you. So, with this centering and grounding done, we are going to hold the safe and sacred space for you. And let's continue on our journey of inner core. Our inner core, our inner world, our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our consciousness shapes our reality. So Louise continues to lead us down this path, and she says, I think it is our natural birthright to go from success to success all our life. That's our birthright. So if someone somewhere told you otherwise, then it's time to get rid of that limiting belief. So if we are not doing that, if we are not thinking that success is our natural birthright, and if we are not going from success to success in every moment, in every day, then either we are not in tune with our innate capabilities, or we do not believe it is true for us, or we do not recognize our success. So she's talking about three things here. Each one of us has our own definition of success, and that definition of success is a sum total of the success in the individual life categories: health, wealth, relationships, and money and prosperity. And each one of us has our own definition of success that is perfect for us. And that definition is ever growing and ever expanding. Now, if you do not see yourself going from success to success, Louise is talking about three things. Ask yourself which of these is true for you. Maybe you are not in tune with your own inner power, and therefore your inside is out of sync with your outside. So while you have a vision of success, while you have your own definition of success, there is a misalignment between that definition and what you truly believe in your consciousness. And your outer reality will always match your consciousness, not your vision. And therefore, you do not experience the success that you envision for yourself, you dream for yourself. The second possibility is you do not believe it. Once again, your belief system is such a strong determinant in the outcomes that we get in our life. So if you do not believe in that success, that you're capable of that success, you are deserving of that success, you are worthy of that success, then once again, it's going to go change your consciousness and create a dissonance between your inner consciousness and outer world reality. And the third possibility is that you might be swimming in an ocean of success right now, and you might just not be aware of it, which, by the way, is a great situation to be in. The moment you become aware with centering and grounding, you will realize that what you think, in fact, was not success has been success all along. So it's a great example, it's a great metaphor of how we need to welcome success and become aware of success in our life. And if our outer world once again does not match our inner world reality, consciousness is the single most powerful tool and the only pathway to change our outer world. So here's an example. When a little child is learning to walk or talk or eat food or take solid food or any other skill, we encourage her and praise her for every tiny improvement. Yes, there are mistakes along the way. The little child falls multiple times, gets up, falls again. But every time the little baby takes a step forward, we encourage her or him. And the child beams and eagerly tries to do better. With every praise, with every applause, with every clap, with every cheer, the child tries to do better. And those are the baby steps. And from that vantage point, this little baby goes on to accomplish miraculous things in his or her life. From these baby steps, this little child becomes the Usain Bolt that we know, who can run 100 miles in less than 8 minutes, 8 seconds. So the question is this the way you encourage yourself? The way you would encourage a baby? Is this the way you encourage yourself when you're learning something new? And we are all learning something new here. We are learning how to get rid of our old beliefs, our limiting beliefs. We are learning how to reprogram our mind. We are learning how the inner world creates the outer reality. We are learning new things here. So is this the way you are going to encourage yourself when you are learning these new things on our Heal Your Life journey? Or are you going to make it harder on yourself and tell yourself, affirmations don't work, I can't do it, this is so difficult, I'm stupid, I'm clumsy, I'm a failure?
It works for others, but it won't work for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a very common belief that many people have.
Yes. So on this journey, you have to believe that you are a baby who's learning new things. And you have to cheer yourself. No one else is going to do that for you. You're your own biggest cheerleader. And you have to take these baby steps. You don't have to get scared, afraid, or intimidated of the stuff that you have to do, the stuff that you have to let go, the stuff that you have to learn afresh. It's all right, because in this moment you are perfect. You're healthy, whole, and complete exactly the way you are. And every day and in every way, you are becoming better and better. What a very powerful way of looking and changing our inner core. So it doesn't matter how long you have been thinking of yourself as a failure. And that's fine, because a lot of us have resigned to fate, that things don't work for me. Yes, I'm too old now. Maybe 20 years ago I would have done this. I can't do this any longer. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the education. I don't have the resources. I don't have the right conditions and circumstances. I'm not in the right place. Oh, if only I was in the right place at the right time. And it's okay if you have been thinking of yourself as a failure. That's fine. Because the past, as we have learned, is over and done. The past is nothing more than the wake a boat trails behind in the lake as it sails forward. Every moment and the thinking that you are having and the consciousness that you are having in every moment is creating your future, and it's determining your reality right now. So you can begin to create a success pattern right now. And it doesn't matter what field you want to operate in, because the principles are all the same. As Louise said, we need to plant the seeds of success, and these seeds will grow into an abundant harvest. And this is a very beautiful example that she talks about multiple times in many of her books. Think of a tomato plant. It doesn't just show up there magically. There's a tiny tomato seed which is smaller than a grain of dust, grain of sand. And when you plant that tomato seed, or when a gardener plants the tomato seed, he absolutely believes that what's going to come out of that tomato seed is a tomato plant. And sure, it does. We don't end up getting potatoes or onions from tomato seeds. When you plant a tomato seed and you give it the right nourishment and environment, it sprouts and grows into a tomato plant and has a bountiful harvest of tomatoes. And that is exactly what we want to bring into our life. For nature is a very powerful teacher. We just need to model Mother Earth and nature. And the seeds that Louise talks about in Heal Your Life Journey, as also a lot of other philosophers and experts in the area of personal growth and self-development, these seeds are essentially your visions and your affirmations and your visualizations that you are planting into the seeds of your consciousness every single day. So what Louise says is, pick one of the above affirmations. And these could be every day and in every way I'm getting better and better. I'm a success. I go from success to success. Pick up an affirmation and repeat it several times a day. And the example here for a lot of us is we think affirmations is a one-time activity. We say, I have a 5-minute window of affirmations in the morning and I have a 5-minute window of affirmations in the evening, and then I'm done. So I do 10 minutes of affirmations, and then for the remainder of 23 hours, 50 minutes in my day, I'm basically going to go about thinking in my old negative ways of thinking. That won't work. The idea here is you have to let these affirmations, you have to let your vision of the new reality flood your consciousness. And every time you become aware of getting into an emotional frame of mind that goes back into your old ways of thinking and doing and being and living, you have the power, and you have to very lovingly bring yourself back into a positive upward emotional state, a state that says, I can do it. The power is inside of me. And once you've been able to flood your consciousness with one affirmation, then another, then a third, then a fourth, you will actually start seeing that you are thinking differently, you're acting differently, and you're getting different outcomes in your life. Once again, this is not going to rain tomatoes from the heavens. That doesn't happen. There's a law of the farm at work here. And although it feels magical and miraculous that one day the tomatoes will show up as sun ripened tomatoes ready for the harvest, it takes its time. But it doesn't mean you plant the seed and then don't water it and then come back 90 days later and see if the tomato plant is grown and the tomatoes are ripe for harvest. Not going to happen. You plant the seed, you nourish, you take care of the plant every single day, and slowly and surely, as you trust the process of life, the tomatoes show up and they grow big and they ripen and they're ready for harvest. So don't worry about how to accomplish this. Your opportunities are going to come. They will come your way. You have to trust the intelligence, just the way a gardener trusts the intelligence in the tomato seed to produce a bountiful tomato harvest. Trust the intelligence within you to guide you and lead you to the life of success in every area of life that you deserve. But the whole idea here is become aware that there is this inner core that you have, your consciousness, your awareness. And you have the power of reprogramming your mind and taking control of your inner consciousness and flooding your consciousness to a point where your outer world actually has no choice but to start to mimic your inner reality, and you go from success to success. So with that preamble from Louise on, once again, getting into the right frame of mind and reprogramming our consciousness, we are going to get into our daily meditation practice. We are going to do a meditation practice that's focused on abundance and prosperity today.
Yes, we'll also be doing a visualization.
And once again, as always, we will hold a very safe and sacred space for you. So give yourself this gift of a beautiful meditation practice.
Should we put the music on or let it be off?
Let's try it without the music today.
We got feedback from a couple of our participants that the music doesn't sound well on over Zoom.
And we are aware of that, but we thought it might actually be helpful having the music. But today we are going to try without music. But with music or without music, the meditation practices are equally powerful. So don't let it bother you.
Yeah. So just sit back, relax, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Please on the music. So let's take a quick poll. Music, yes or no?
Type in a response in your chat window.
Yes,
Sorry,
please.
we are getting you out of the meditation space for just a brief 30-second. Yes for music, yes for music. Okay, so we will try to keep a music to a lower volume.
Let's put it on
please.
a low volume.
Yes, we will play it in a low volume.
Give me one moment.
And I get to take a sip from my beautiful Kitty Love cup.
Yes, music was okay for me. All right, so we have started music. So just sit back and relax. And close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And as you exhale, let go of all worries, tensions, stress, any thoughts that you may be having. Just keep focusing on your breath. think about an ocean. So you're standing in front of an ocean and relaxing on the beach. The weather is just perfect. Mild breeze is going on. And you're just sitting and relaxing. Now imagine that you have all the things you have always wanted in life. What would it be like to have everything that you have always wanted in life, in every area of your life? Your health, in your career, in your relationships. What would your life look like if you have everything that you wish for? What kind of body would you have? How would you behave with people? How would they behave with you? What kind of relationships would you have? What kind of career success will you have? If you have everything, what would it look like? Where would you go? What would you do? What would you like to own? Maybe a new home, a new car. Would you travel? Would you travel around the world? Where would you go? Feel that feeling of having everything. Imagine having everything in abundance in every area of your life. And remember, while you are relaxing, in this feeling of enjoyment and abundance, that you are one with the power that created you. You are totally open and receptive to the abundant flow of prosperity that the universe offers. All your needs and desires are met before you even ask. Trust that you are always divinely guided and protected. You have the power to make choices that are beneficial for you. You rejoice in others' successes, knowing there is plenty for all of us. You are constantly increasing your conscious awareness of abundance. And this reflects in a constantly increasing income for you. Your good comes from everywhere and everyone. Prosperity of all kinds flows through you, and all is well in your world. And when you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes.
As you open your eyes, we want you to remain in this space. Remain in this beautiful space of abundance and prosperity. What is coming up for you? If there's anything that came up for you during this meditation practice and you would like to share with us, please share with us in the chat window. But we want you to remain in this space.
Victoria is saying less anxiety.
Yes, that's one of the scientifically proven, documented benefits of a meditation practice, along with a lot of other scientifically documented benefits. They say meditation increases your ability to manifest. Wayne Dyer uh, was a proponent of this quote: meditation increases your ability to manifest. And at a scientific level, that is exactly what happens when you are meditating and you are visualizing outcomes. You are rewiring your brain, you're rewiring the connections in exactly the same way as if you are living that experience. Because your physical body cannot differentiate between an experience that is being visualized in the subconscious mind and an experience that it is having in the physical world. So we highly recommend you continue this practice. And as you remain in this space of abundance and prosperity, we are going to do a quick exercise for the next 5 minutes. We are going to write some affirmations together. Here's a 5-step process that we are going to follow. So step 1 is pick one outcome you want to attract in your life. So we talk about 4 core areas of our life, right? Health, wealth, relationships, and money, career, and work. So for each of these 4 areas, pick one outcome that you want to attract in your life. Write it down on a piece of paper or in your writing pad. We give you about 30 seconds for this. So in 30 seconds, write down one outcome that you want in each of these 4 areas of your life. And once again, we offer you the Live Your Bliss framework that we use at Blissvana as you think about these outcomes. So what is it that you want, one outcome that you want in the area of health? What is one outcome that you want in the area of relationships? What is one outcome that you want in the area of wealth? And what is one outcome that you would want in the area of career? Begin wrapping up. And this is just a practice. You will continue to expand on this. So this does not have to be perfect in this time space moment. Let's move on to step 2. As you are writing each of these 4 outcomes that you want, what came up for you? What is holding you back? Did you encounter any resistances? Did you encounter any objections? Did you encounter any nagging little voices that came at you that said, hey, you can't do that. You can't have that. If any of these negative voices came up for you, become aware of what those resistances are.
Anuradha is sharing joyful journey in relationships.
That's a great outcome to state. And as you were writing that outcome, Anuradha, become aware if there was any belief, any resistance, any objection that came up. And it's all very natural because there are layers of the onion that we need to peel through. Now let's move on to step 3. In the next 2 minutes, write an affirmation to counter the belief. If you had any belief that came up for you, negative belief, disempowering belief, and let the universe know what you want. So Anuradha, for you, for example, and once again, we don't mean to put words into your mouth. We want each one of you to create your own affirmations for these outcomes. But an affirmation, a very powerful affirmation could be, all my relationships are harmonious. And you're stating clearly to the universe that your relationships are harmonious. Now, affirmations need to be in the present tense. They need to be simple, and they need to be positive. So if you're having an affirmation that starts with, oh, I do not want to think about the pink elephant, you will absolutely keep thinking about the pink elephant. And in some shape or form, the pink elephant will actually show up in your life. So make them positive.
Okay, so there's one more sentence here, resentment-free life. Yeah, let's talk about resentment first. So it will be good to have an affirmation where you say that I now release all the resentment, feelings of resentment, anger, or worries that I have.
And my life is joyous.
Yeah. So don't focus too much on the negative emotions in it. Whenever you are having, you want to do an affirmation about a negative feeling, make an attempt to write that I now release it, so that you let go of all the resentment that is inside of you. And the affirmation for the relationships that Kapil mentioned was,
All my relationships are harmonious. It's a very simple affirmation. It's fast and easy, and you can do it. Yes, you can absolutely say, my life is complete and joyful. Well, what a brilliant and beautiful affirmation that is. Now, once again, the whole idea is not to get stuck in point of time. As you go through your affirmation journey, you would want to accomplish bigger and bigger dreams, bigger and bigger goals, and your affirmations will change. As you move past and as you clear one layer of your belief system, as you peel one layer of the onion, you move on to the next layer. So, having to change your affirmations, encountering new beliefs, new resistances that you had not discovered up until now, that's absolutely fine. So if you haven't had a chance to write down these affirmations, take another minute. We are on step 3. Write one affirmation for each of those 4 outcomes that you stated that counter the belief, a negative belief that came up, and let the universe know what you actually want. I now have a beautiful new job. I now have a beautiful new home. If that is what you, if that is one of the few things that you want to attract in your life.
or if you are having health issues, a great affirmation to have is, I love my body the way it is, and I bless my body with love and healing.
My body is healing itself. I'm healthy, whole, and perfect and complete.
And my healing is already in progress.
Yeah, my healing is already in progress. Every day and in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day and in every way, my body is getting better and better. Let's move on to step 4. And in step 4, you are going to say it aloud. And you are going to say it aloud by bringing in the energy and the emotions. So I could definitely say every day and in every way I'm getting better and better. Every day and in every way I'm getting better and better. Every day and every way I'm getting better and better. I can definitely say that, but I can also say every day and in every way I'm getting better and better. Every day and in every way I'm getting better and better. So let that energy and emotions flow through you. And if you're in a space where saying out the affirmations aloud is socially awkward or embarrassing, go outside, go on the terrace, go in the garden, go in the backyard, or say these affirmations aloud while you're taking a shower. But bring the energy and emotions in. And finally, on step 5, we want you to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. How would it feel to have this outcome true in your life? How would it feel to have this become true for you? How would it feel to have the relationships harmonious and joyful? How would it feel to have a body that has healed itself? How would it feel to have more than enough money and abundance and prosperity in your life that you need? How would it feel to be in a job or doing work that is meaningful and purposeful for you and you feel happy about doing what you're doing? How would that end result feel? And from that end result, from that end point, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So take that emotion, take that feeling of how it would feel to actually have this outcome accomplished, materialized, manifested, created, attracted in your life, and bring it back into your present reality. So when we talk about flooding your consciousness, that is exactly what we want to do. And we know it is difficult. Everyone knows it's difficult because our senses are going to create evidence against the contrary for you. Your senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your touch, they are going to create evidences against the outcome. They are going to tell you, no, there's not enough money, there's lack. They are going to say, oh, my body is not getting better, I have pain. And they're going to say, oh, this is not right. There's so much negative programming that happens on radio and internet and television. So your senses are absolutely going to create evidence that counters the reality that you are going to create. And therefore, you have to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and flood your consciousness with it. So therefore, continue on this practice of creating affirmations or customizing affirmations that meet your own journey, that match your own journey. Then start playing with those affirmations by saying them aloud and bringing in the energy and emotions and assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Affirmations are a very powerful technique. Do not underestimate the power of affirmations. Louise was the queen of affirmations. She changed her life. She turned around her life. And that's the journey that she is setting us and guiding us, all of us, on that we need to take. The framework that we created is a framework that we continue to offer to you. So think of your life as your inner core, your consciousness at the very core of this beautiful flower. And the 4 petals, health, wealth, relationships, and career, are all reflection of that inner core. They just mirror your inner core. All you need to do is work on the inner core, and then the outer categories of your life will automatically start taking care of themselves. So if I were to say, I deserve the best and I accept the best now, and if this was true for you, if you want this affirmation to be true for you, then you do not want to believe in any of the following statements. So if you want the affirmation that says, I deserve the best and I accept the best now, then you do not want to believe in any of these beliefs, conditioning, programming around money, around prosperity, around abundance, around wealth. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are crooks. I never get a good job. I never make enough money, never lend money. Money comes only from hard work. I need to slog to get money. Do not believe in any of this programming. And if you encounter any of these beliefs, you are at a point now where you already know how to overcome these beliefs. Through the practice of affirmations, through the practice of mirror work, through the practice of visualization of where you want to go, and then assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So do not believe in any programming, any old programming that comes up for you. If it comes up, celebrate and let it go with love using the techniques of affirmation, visualization, and meditation. And if any of these beliefs ring true for you, ask yourself, do you really think that believing any of them will bring you prosperity? They will not. If someone continues to think that money is evil, no matter what happens, money will show up in an evil form in their life. It is our old limited thinking. Perhaps it is what our family believed, or our society believed, or our culture believed. And therefore, we unconsciously acquired these beliefs around money and prosperity and abundance and wealth, like everything else in our life. And the time has come to consciously release all of these beliefs. And we have been doing this process all through the week. So unless you are able to release it from your consciousness, you will not be able to move into the space of consciousness from which you can attract prosperity and money and everything else in your life. Consciousness is a beautiful thing. Whatever you flood your consciousness with is what shows up in your life. So if you flood your consciousness with good health and prosperity and abundance and love and happiness and bliss, that is absolutely and exactly what is going to show up in your life. True prosperity, as Louise says, begins with feeling good about yourself. It is also the freedom to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, where you want to do it. And it's never about an amount of money. It is a state of mind. Prosperity or lack of it is an outer expression of the ideas in your head. Your consciousness continues to create your reality. So if you do not accept the idea that you deserve to prosper, then even when abundance falls in our laps, we will somehow refuse it. So if deep in the heart we believe that money is evil, even if money shows up in our life, we will actually let the money go. I know of a lot of people who actually put money religiously away in an account or in an envelope that says emergency fund every month. Emergency fund, emergency fund, emergency fund. They put $100, $200 every month. It's almost as if they're planning for that emergency. They're flooding their consciousness with emergency. And guess what? Sooner or later, that emergency actually shows up and it drains out that entire fund. And it validates that consciousness that emergencies happen in my life. Now, once again, we are not telling you to kind of be not be aware of your finances. You absolutely have to be aware of your finances and take good care of it. But you don't have to plan for an emergency. If you're planning for an emergency, it will absolutely show up in your life. And a very powerful affirmation that you could use is, I am an excellent money manager. I am sensible with my money. You're not planning for emergencies, but in the eventuality that an emergency shows up, because you are an excellent money manager, because you are sensible with your money, you will always have the money to pay for any emergencies that show up. You're prepared, but you're not planning for it. You're not expecting to see emergencies in your life. That's the difference that I want to call out. Whatever we concentrate on increases. So are you concentrating on the left hand of the picture, or are you concentrating on the right hand of the picture? Don't concentrate on your bills. Don't concentrate on those emergencies. Don't concentrate on your debt and lack and poverty. If you concentrate on lack and poverty, then that is exactly what you will end up creating in your life. Because there is an inexhaustible supply in the universe. Begin to be aware of it. Take time to count the number of stars in the sky, or the grain of sands in one handful, the leaves on one branch of a tree, raindrops on a window pane, seeds in one tomato. Each seed, as we said, is capable of producing a whole vine with unlimited tomatoes on it. So be grateful for what you have in the present moment, and you will find that it increases. If you are grateful what you have in the present moment, you will find that what you have increases. And Louise says, I like to bless with love all that is in my life. My home, my heat, the water, the light, the telephone, the furniture, the plumbing, the appliances, clothing, transportation, jobs, the money I have, my friends, my ability to see and feel and taste and touch and walk and to enjoy this incredible planet. Those who have some will be given more. And from those that do not have any, all will be taken away. And it all comes down to gratitude. So when you are grateful for what you have in the present moment, you will find that you are creating a consciousness that will allow it to expand in the future. Our own belief in lack and limitation is the only thing that is limiting us. So what belief is limiting you when it comes to money and prosperity and abundance? And then take these limiting beliefs head on with love and gently but surely, certainly, definitely replace these with positive, empowering beliefs that create positive, empowering outcomes for you in your life. As Louise says, open your arms to the universe. She used to sit at least once a day with her arms stretched out. And she used to say, I am open and receptive to all good and abundance in the universe. I am open and receptive to all good and abundance in the universe with her hands wide open. Try doing it. It'll give you a feeling of expansion too. And we do all of these practices because the universe can only distribute to us what we have in our consciousness. And we can always create more. It's like a cosmic bank. The more mental deposits we make in this bank of consciousness, by increasing our own awareness and our abilities to create, the more of that will we attract. And the way to make these deposits in the bank of consciousness are through practices of meditation, visualization, and affirmation. Three very powerful practices that we have been learning, practicing all through the week. So from this vantage point, let's make a habit of making daily deposits in this bank of consciousness. Let's actually flood our consciousness. Let's actually assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And from that vantage point where our consciousness is flooded with love, happiness, abundance, and bliss, that is exactly what we will end up attracting and creating in our own lives. And you're creating this from a trust in the process of life, a trust in the universe, A trust that when you plant a tomato seed, you will get a rich, bountiful harvest of sun ripened, ripe tomatoes. So, with that, we've come to the end of our Heal Your Life journey together. It's been 5 incredible days. I almost can't believe it. It almost feels we started just today. And we are so blessed, so grateful that you made it, joined us in person. You watched the replays for us. And you took these practices and are on the pathway of applying this in your own life. So, if you would like to continue the Heal Your Life journey, we spoke about the official Heal Your Life course yesterday. We'll talk about it today as well. So Louise wanted the Heal Your Life work to reach millions and millions of people. That was her consciousness. And me and Rupali, as internationally licensed and certified Heal Your Life workshop leaders, teachers, coaches, we continue to take her work to our community. So this is a learning portal. This is a self-paced 5-week course that you are getting access to. And the access is valid for 6 months. It's the official Heal Your Life course with content that has been approved and licensed by Hay House. It's a standardized content that is used by thousands of participants worldwide. And in the 5-week journey in the learning portal, you will go through much deeper in deservability, love and relationships, prosperity, loving your body, and honoring boundaries. What we went through the 5 days, once again, is just the beginning. And if you've had the feeling that we should have spent more time on any of the other categories, we have the same feeling too. We wanted to cover the whole gamut of Heal Your Life. We wanted to bring to you the philosophy, the outcome, the basic tools and techniques. But the journey doesn't have to stop here. The journey begins here. And this learning portal, the online Heal Your Life course, is your opportunity to go deeper into each of these areas of your life.
So Victoria is asking whether we to teach this course. So this course, we have this in 2 different formats actually. So this is a self-paced course which you can take and which we are able to offer at a lower price. But we do have an option where we do conduct live classes once a week for 6 weeks, which are one-on-one with our participants. And just send us an email for that and we can get back to you.
Absolutely. We do a lot of work in this space. It's our privilege to actually help and support everyone. Uh, this is a self-paced course, so you get access to the course content. It's an online course. It's a learning portal. You get access to it. It's coming, and this is coming from a space of custodianship and love. So Louise wanted her work to remain pure even after she had passed away. So she appointed Dr. Patricia Crane and Rick Nichols as the custodians of the entire Heal Your Life journey the way we brought it to you today. So this course has been designed in conjunction with Patricia and Rick. So the course also has additional meditations, visualizations, videos from Rick and Patricia. And this is a course that then kind of remains very true to Louise's philosophy and allows you to go deeper. But then we are also privileged to add 2 more bonuses for you. Uh, if you were to purchase this course today or over this weekend, we are going to be adding a bonus worksheets and templates. We call it Live Your Bliss Magician's Toolkit. So insightful and actionable templates and exercises for you to actually discover your bliss, create your bliss, and start living your bliss right away. We call it the Magician's Toolkit because we think it allows you to become a magician that you already are and start creating magical results for you in your life.
Yeah, because in this limited time that we had together, we could only do so many exercises and we cannot really go deep within the way we would like to. So we highly recommend that you do take this course if you want to continue this journey of self growth.
Absolutely. The second bonus that we are adding is Rupali, as you know, is a music therapist. So she has beautifully recorded affirmations and treatments that are based on Heal Your Life and Louise's work that allow you to go deeper. And these are affirmations that you can just listen to when you wake up in the morning, or you're doing your work, or through the day, or in the night. Very beautifully recorded treatments that you can literally play in the loop to, as we say, reprogram and flood your consciousness. So that's the second bonus. And then the third bonus that's not here, but it's always there when we do something for all of you, is you have access to us by email, and we are always happy to hold a sacred space for you, even in email, and support you in any way we can. So normally this costs $129, and we are doing a special this week. So if you were to buy it before 4th of July, which happens to be the Independence Day weekend here in the US, we are discounting this by almost 30%. We are reducing the price to $99. So if you feel drawn to continue your Heal Your Life journey, we absolutely and highly recommend you explore this on our website. Rupali just pasted the link in the chat window also.
Yes, and Anuradha and Victoria would also like to know the price for one-on-one workshop. So I'm also posting the link for that one. We have been conducting these one-on-one as well, as I mentioned, once a week call for 6 weeks, which is a live class with both of us. And then this course is also included as part of that.
Absolutely. So you also have
Excuse
the
me.
option of working with us one-on-one for 6 weeks uh, to continue your Heal Your Life journey. Uh, if you do decide to take that route to work with us, then you also get access to this learning portal. We also do a lot of coaching, and coaching is distinctly different than learning or therapy that we keep talking about. So, as certified Heal Your Life coaches, we also do a lot of coaching one-on-one. Uh, so, and coaching comes from this space where Louise says the answers are within you. So it's not about finding the answers. It's not about telling you what to do. It's more about co-creating the future that you want for yourself in a very safe and supportive environment. So we also do coaching, which is different than an instructor-led one-on-one Heal Your Life journey. uh, and if you feel drawn to experience coaching, we also offer a free introductory session where you can actually experience the power of coaching for yourself firsthand, and see if that is right for you. But no matter which option you choose, we highly recommend you do not stop your Heal Your Life journey. Stay with this journey because, as we said, it's just a journey, and the journey of a million miles begins with the first step. You are here all through the week, and that is the first step. But you know, and we know that we have a long way to go together. And whatever is that beautiful dream that you are trying to create, we will be here to co create that beautiful future for you and create that reality for you. That said, oh,
So there's one question here. So Anuradha is also interested in coaching. So Anuradha, just send us an email and then we can take it forward from
yes,
there.
yes, absolutely. Send us an email.
I'll type our email ID in this chat window.
It's a very easy to remember email ID, bliss@blissvana.com. Uh, you know where to find us always. So send us an email, and we'll always be here to hold this space for you.
Yeah, and then we can have one initial coaching session and then we can decide the way forward. We can work out the details.
All right. That said, we are still not done. Evelyn, we know you have to go, and that's fine. Do catch up on this final visualization and affirmation on this journey. Uh,
Yeah. And do share with your family and friends who you think would benefit from this. Do leave us good feedback if you have liked on our Facebook page, because when people see that there is value in this, in learning this, then it enables us to reach out to more people. We are doing this out of from a space of really helping people, because we would like to reach out to as many people as we can, so that we create a positive impact in people's lives. So help us do that, please.
Absolutely. Your kind words and feedback will be highly appreciated. Any word that you spread around, any feedback or testimonial that you can give for us based on the insights and experiences and growth that you have experienced this week will definitely go a long way for us personally. And we'll receive that with a lot of gratitude. So before we can let you go back in your world, one last time,
And we are,
as
as
always,
always, over time.
we,
So,
we already at the top of the hour, but before we can go let you go back into your world, as a part of this journey this week, for one last time we are going to take you through a final visualization and affirmation for healing your life.
I'll start some music. So close your eyes and relax. And we'll be saying some affirmations. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I live in harmony and balance with everyone I know. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. It is an expression of my inner joy. I love myself. Therefore, I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it, and my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself, therefore I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. I love myself. Therefore, I work at a job I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities. Working with and for people I love and who love me, and earning a good income.
I love myself, therefore I behave and think in a loving way to all people. For I know that which I give out returns back to me multiplied and folded over. I only attract loving people in my world, for they are a mirror of what I am. I love myself. Therefore, I forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and I am free. I love myself. Therefore, I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure. For I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me, now and forevermore.
All is well in my world.
All is well in my world.
So
So be
be it,
it, and
so
so
it
it
is.
is. With that, cherish this experience, anchor the feeling of love, happiness, abundance, and bliss in your heart, and know that you can always tap into this infinite well of well being and abundance that is right there inside of you. Whenever you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes.
You can unmute maybe.
Absolutely. And with that, we bring you back into your world. I have opened up all lines. So if you want to talk to us, if you want to share anything that's coming up for you, or anything that you experienced in the journey, just unmute yourself and you'll be able to talk.
Anything that you would like to share, or if you have any questions, we can take them.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you very much for this whole week. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was amazing. It was peaceful, joyful. It was something needed at this time right here. And I just wanted to say thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Diamond. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to hold this space for you.
So Minas has a question. What if we want only 2 sessions instead of all 5? Minas, can you unmute yourself and let us know which 2 sessions and how do we go? I don't know whether we can do that.
Or maybe just send us an email.
Yeah, send us an email.
And we can take it up offline also. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you for joining us. It was wonderful to have you here all through the week.
Yes, thank you so much.
And thank you, Laura, for joining us. And we know that a lot of things showed up for you as you went through this week. So if there's any way we can hold this space for you and continue to offer support, let us know. We already sent you an email.
She has replied back actually.
Yes, we saw your reply. So we will
we'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch with you.
And same with you, Pushpa. Pushpa is still there.
Why don't you play in your ball pit?
All right. Thank you, everyone.
All right. So
mango. Smoothie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you to both of you all. Yeah, and I've put up, so please forward me the details in the mail for both the things, please.
Yes, sure.
You got my idea.
Yes.
Yeah, you got my ID.
We will.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much. It was a lovely session, and she said right, it was the need of the hour.
Yeah, this is the time in this pandemic situation that These are the things that are needed most at the time.
Absolutely. Every time I think in life, this is important.
All right. So
Thank you very, very much. Yeah.
with that, we
Good
are ready
night
to
and
let you go
bye-bye.
back
Thank you very
into
much.
your world.
Pardon?
We are ready to let you go back into your own world, all of you.
Yeah.
Take good
Thank you
care
so
of
much.
yourself, and we wish you only love, happiness, abundance, and bliss in your life.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Right?
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Namaste.
And namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.